My boss is now dating my ex-girlfriend.
So did you guys introduce them?
My ex and I broke up around 4 months ago after dating for a little over a year. She was the one who broke up with me, but at the time I agreed that it was for the best, so we ended things on good terms. We're pretty chill now, and we have mutual friends, so we often all hang out together. So things between us are chill and friendly. By the way, this comes from Throwaway A22, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. And I'm Angie.
I'm Carly.
I'm Keon.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We just know what we would do in the situation, but let us know what you would do in the comments. So, OP says, I work at a research lab at my university, and I just recently landed the position after a pretty long and competitive application/interviewing process. I met my boss, who's a grad student, and we became buddies pretty fast. He's a really nice and funny dude that knows what he's doing. I see him every day since me and the 2 other undergrads work under him and help with his research while he helps us with our own. Fast forward about 2 weeks, and I see on my ex's Snapchat story a picture of my boss with a heart emoji. Interesting.
I don't like that.
I'm shocked as F, so I replied to her story asking who her new boy is, and sure enough, she tells me she's dating my boss. Wow.
You got me.
Yeah,
Well,
right?
you got me back so good. Wow.
Dang, dude. Yeah, that's so insane. I feign happiness for her and don't tell her that he's my boss or that I know him in any way. Oh, so she doesn't know? Or it's possible that she doesn't know that this is his boss?
Oh, this is by chance.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I thought this was going to be premeditated.
Me
like,
too.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to get you back.
That honestly, that makes it a little bit more just like, okay then.
Like, it just kind of happened.
Happens. It's going to be really awkward at work.
Right.
But not in the like, I'm mad at you awkward way kind of
Yeah. Dang, man.
Yikes.
Dang, I feel like someone just broke my heart. I thought I didn't have feelings for her after our breakup, but seeing her story hit me with a pang of jealousy. Maybe it's because he's a major step up from me. I'm a poor, disorganized undergrad, and he's a successful young talent who has his crap together. The next day at work, I'm basically on edge the whole day. I would look at my boss, remember that he's dating my ex, and just feel uncomfortable. The rest of the week was like that too. I stopped joking around with him and kind of just stopped talking in general. Now I dread seeing him every day because the fact that he's my boss, so he orders me around, just makes me feel crappier and more below him. He's got the girl, and I've got no one. I still love my job, though, and I worked so hard to get it, so I'm not planning on leaving. I also feel like a crappy person since my boss has been nothing less than nice and is honestly a great guy. Now, I just feel like I should have tried harder in our relationship because, dang, she was pretty perfect in every way, and I just let it slip through. The other day, she came over to have lunch with him during his lunch break, and I saw them laughing together, and yeah, another wave of sadness and jealousy. What do I even do now? How do I stop feeling like this? How should I normalize the situation at work? And there are some comments, but what do you think, Carly? What would you do if your ex is dating your boss?
Yeah, what would happen? What would you do?
I don't like that the implication is at this job.
Right.
What would you do?
Who's my boss?
Another boss.
I would be worried for Angie at that point.
That's right, because her boss is Riley, technically. My gosh. What should OP do?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I mean, at least it's like you're not dealing with your ex in the workplace. You're just dealing with the person who's dating them.
Right.
So I think I'd just go to boss and I'd be like, hey, we need to have some like strict boundaries. Like, I don't want to know about my ex. I don't want to know about your plans. Like, don't tell me things. You're gonna have to go through that healing of being okay with like seeing them at events potentially.
Yeah, I mean, she came to have lunch at work,
right.
So it's like
you're gonna have to be okay with that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I also don't think it's wrong, given the situation, to be like, if she's gonna come for lunch a lot, can you guys eat outside? Can you guys like go out to lunch? Like, so that I'm not seeing my ex every single day,
because it's only been 4 months too,
right? And I feel like the boss is also not gonna want her to come into the office
like
where her ex is every day. So I feel like it's gonna be like a lot of this is probably gonna solve itself kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like both parties don't want her to be like
Yeah.
dealing with them kind of thing.
Yeah.
If that
exactly.
makes any sense.
Yeah, I feel like, no, yeah, I totally agree. It's just so hard because it's like you already have to go through that idea of like your ex dating someone else when you break up, but it's also kind of like seeing it and then knowing the new guy personally.
I'm trying to think.
So
of, like,
rough.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of even like any friend groups where I've had that weird overlap. Like, I feel like eventually somehow like someone just falls off of the equation, so you're not dealing with it as much kind of thing.
Right.
If my ex came in and was dating Riley, that would be very interesting because we'd find out two people were not straight very quickly.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just that's a bummer, dude. You're just getting thrown into the deep end of the healing process and it might just have to deal with that. Sorry, man. But there are some comments. Deleted says it means you have to start dating again and focusing on your stuff. The fact you are jealous is because you believe they are doing better than you do at this moment. When you start dating again, if your ex-girl still has feelings for you, she would be the one at your position right now. Opie says, yeah, that it's pretty close to home. Killer Queen 5 says, he is not a step up from you. I need you to know that people aren't ranked. He is just a person with achievements and failures and flaws just like you. He's young and maybe not an effective manager. You said he orders you around, but try not to take it personally. He sees you as a friend, coworker, subordinate, threat to his relationship, and also probably feels a bit awkward about the situation. As another poster mentioned, he's dating someone significantly younger. When I was 24, my friends and I would definitely make fun of guys who dated 19-year-olds. There's just a huge maturity difference at that age, especially for girls. She's not perfect either, and it turns out you weren't right for each other. Yeah, do we know their ages? I don't think I said their ages in here.
I can double check. Yeah.
Yeah, something about 19 and 24, I guess. Perhaps. But
how long they date?
A little over a year. But
at 19 and 24?
I think
No.
and the girl are the same age, I'm pretty sure. And then the boss maybe is a little older. I don't know.
They were dating for over a year, little over a year.
Who's 19?
No, they were just, it was like a thing of like, oh, when
Like-
we were 24 and someone was dating a 19-year-old, we would make fun of them kind of
The
thing.
commenter mentioned something about age difference, but we don't know their ages.
We don't know their ages as of right now. Yeah, no ages as of right now.
Yeah, weird. Okay. I mean, OP said that like the boss is young, so I'm assuming like it's not like that crazy of an age difference.
Right.
But if it is 24 to 19, I would make fun of him. And I would think that that's a little sketch. But I like, whatever. Don't try to be his best bud, but try your best to forgive him and move on. Focus on your work and yourself. You worked so hard to get this job, and it sounds like a great thing that you have on your resume. It will only make you miserable to dwell on it. And we do have an update. But yeah, I feel like the whole boss thing, it definitely isn't personal having like a boss you around. It's like that's just kind of what's gonna happen.
Right. I could totally see though that it could get personal. Like you could feel like it was personal.
Sure.
When it's not.
I wonder. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Or like the boss could kind of take that power a little bit and it could get personal.
Yeah, I would be wary of the boss getting like jealous or something, and we
the heavens are taking Angie away.
But yeah, I feel like with, I wonder if you could talk to your ex about it and be like, hey, like, this is just really awkward. Do you mind, like, not coming over to the workplace? Or, like depending on how, I mean, he said that they kind of hang out because of mutual friends and stuff. So maybe
if it's that cool, then either way, like, a conversation amongst the parties involved needs to just be, like, laid out. And then I feel like it'll be fine.
Yeah, I
as
agree.
long as no one gets, like, power to their heads.
Right, like, hopefully the new guy doesn't get jealous and starts, getting wasted on power. But we do have an update. For the past week, I've been trying to focus on myself and my work and not care about my ex and my boss who's dating her. It worked pretty well. I started a painting, and I'm pretty close to finishing it, and I impressed my boss's boss, the professor who owns the lab, not the one dating my ex, by staying late for 2 days in a row to finish a really difficult experiment. During our lab meeting, my boss's boss shouted me out in front of the entire lab and said that he was really impressed by my hard work and dedication. Look at you go! That felt good. As for the situation with my boss and my ex, he found out. Like I mentioned in my previous post, when my ex told me who her new boyfriend was, I didn't mention that he was my boss, so neither of them knew. 2 days ago, my boss and us, 2 other undergrads, were in a conference room discussing a paper when my ex came in. She came to drop off my boss's wallet that I think he forgot or something. Anyway, she saw me, did a double take, and went, Jake?
Jake?
She was definitely super surprised and caught off guard, and her boss was already like, what the F? So I was just like, hey, Sarah. She shot me another shocked, wide-eyed look and left. Suffice to say, the rest of the meeting was pretty awkward. The next day, it was obvious that my boss now knew our history. Things just turned so awkward. He didn't know how to act around me anymore or what to say. Now we're both awkward around each other. He's still nice and all, but things are just uncomfortable between us two. It's not his fault, though. I think things will get better between the two of us, but as of right now, I actually feel kind of relieved that he now knows. Something about how both of us now don't know how to act and what to do kind of makes me feel reassured. And I can reassure you that we have full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. And there is actually quite a chunk left of this story, but okay, they both know now. That's where we're at.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good.
They both know.
They both know. I wonder if they can have a conversation about like how to act around each other. Just
I feel like
that helps so much when people don't know how to act. Just be like, can act like everything's normal.
Right.
It's okay.
What do you want to do?
Is what it is.
Yeah.
We can just
We could be adults
totally
here,
good.
right? We're all adults. We're all mature.
Yeah. Because
It seems like they are. Seems like we can be.
Because I think the awkwardness just comes from like not knowing how the other person sees the situation.
Right.
Like if OP is jealous or upset about it, or if, you know, the boss is threatened or something like that. Like they don't know, so they don't want to like ruffle any feathers or anything like that. But just have a small 2-sentence conversation about it and you're good.
Lay it all out real quick.
Yeah. But there is quite a bit more. Sarah also called me the night she found out I worked there, but I missed her call and forgot to call back. It's good though. I've been trying to think of her less and distance myself a bit. But if things continue to remain really awkward to the point where both of our work is affected, I'll consider talking to my boss's boss about switching me to work under another grad student instead. But yeah, that's about all. Again, thanks for the help, you guys. And there are some comments. Let me see which ones are good. Okay. One commenter says, I'm actually sort of glad you didn't answer your ex's phone call or return it. I cannot imagine for the life of me any usefulness to that conversation. I mean, did she not know anything about the department you were in at school or the likelihood of seeing you if she kept her dating pool there? In my humble opinion, you really demonstrated an ability to be above drama by not immediately telling your boss or Sarah about your previous work/romantic relationship. And I'm super stoked that instead you just focused on work and got praised by your boss's boss. Good for you. OP says, actually, me too. We're still friends and all, but I think I really need to put some distance between us and focus on myself for now. I'm glad I missed the call too. I applied for the job after we broke up and never mentioned it to her, so I guess she never found out. Thanks for the support. That's good clarification.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense then.
Yeah. Observant Barracuda says, you should clear up the awkwardness at work. Go to your boss and tell him, I guess you know that Sarah and I dated. I hope that won't affect our working relationship. OP says, I thought about doing that too, but it's been only a day since he found out, so I'll give it some time. But if it gets worse over the next week, I'll consider it.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Don't like wait and consider this. I would make that a plan, and I would make that by the end of the week.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine to do it sooner than later.
Sit on it.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully that's what OP did. But yeah, I feel like if you just say to like, yeah, we dated, but like we ended on good terms. Right. So like, don't even worry about it.
No hard feelings, man.
Yeah, it's been like a few months, so you're good. Tame Voli says, if anything, your boss probably feels embarrassed that he's dating the girl that his 19-year-old subordinate dated. That probably feels slightly emasculating to him if he enjoyed feeling powerful over you. He has got your leftovers mentality, if you will. Ew. Sounds like you're crushing it and doing everything right. Keep the positive attitude and hard work. Thanks for the update. OP says, oh dang, I never thought about it that way, but that makes sense. But the dude's a nice guy and I don't want to hate on him. But yeah, I honestly don't even know how they met and got together. Haha. Undergrads are usually pretty separated from all the grad students at our school. And thank you. Bar Soap Guy says OP should bring in some food that he made from the night before and then offer it to his boss, saying, "Hey, I heard you like leftovers. Want to try this?" Ew.
I think that's supposed to be a joke, but
It
don't.
is.
Do
I
not.
hate it.
Bad joke on an advice website.
Yeah. OP says, LMAO,
Boo.
that would be so funny. No, it wouldn't.
No,
Would not, because
talking about our feelings like adults would be so
Yeah.
cool and so chill and so great.
put yourself in your boss's shoes. Not
Right.
funny.
I'd be like, okay, HR,
Honestly.
what the heck?
Also, not a fan of calling girls leftovers if they've just dated someone else before.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
get over yourself, commenter.
Yep. Stinkerbell says, I'm glad you're doing better, but if he's working at the university which you and your ex attend, then it is 100% his fault that he's running into awkward social situations when he dates undergrads. Even if she isn't a student, she's 19. So I guess we do have their ages.
Okay.
They're 19. I think the
And
guy must be
24.
24. Yeah.
And they dated for a year.
Not the 24 and 19-year-olds. OP and
OP is not
the
24.
girlfriend are
Boss
19.
is 24.
But, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought OP was the 24.
Yeah, so they're working at the like school lab, so I'm guessing like the 24-year-old used to go to that school and then is like a boss there now or something, or
They did
maybe getting
sound
his
like
master's.
They're both a bit older though.
The OP
I know.
and
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
We're getting our info from other commenters.
Doesn't matter.
Who does he think she socializes with at that age? Only professors and researchers? OP says, thanks. He's actually a second-year grad student at the same university and just works as a researcher at my lab. I have no idea how they got together, though. My guess is dating apps, I'm
Probably.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
It sounded like OP was so far out of college already from the I
you
work
think?
at a lab that I was like, are you older?
Oh,
and you're
no.
making
He
fun
said,
of him?
yeah, no, he said
But
the lab
then-
at the
yeah.
university. Yeah.
Right.
But that's the end of that story.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like,
Honestly, from what we thought the title was going to be about, though,
Yeah.
way easier situation.
honestly, like it really did seem
Yeah.
like it was like a sabotage or revenge type thing.
Right.
But yeah, this seems just like a awkward accident.
Did we get a location? Were they in the U.S.? They were saying
No.
university, right?
Yeah, they said
So it could
university,
be-
so could be
Yeah.
anywhere. But not sure. But that's the end of that story. We've got another one coming right up.
Woo. I discovered my girlfriend's lies about her male best friend.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Trigger warning for essay. I, 23 male, met Nicole, 21 female, 3 years ago around my second year of college. I'm from out of state, and I received a full scholarship to the university that we're currently at, so I didn't have any friends at the time. She was nice and took interest in me pretty quickly, and we started dating. By the way, this comes from 3 years a lie, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit, and OP says, she's told me from the beginning that she had been best friends with this guy, Adam, 21 male, since they were little, and that they were very close, and their families were close. I was fine with it at the time. I'm not really a jealous person, and I'm pretty laid back. Adam seemed like a nice guy, and I thought, who am I to really tell her who she can and can't be friends with? Anyways, they have been close even through the relationship. They go on trips together with their families, they study together, have a few classes together, go to dinner or lunch, and have even stayed the night at each other's apartments.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
They're just BFFs. They're just, having fun late night talks.
Yep. Just really,
Talks.
really good friends.
Just the local gossip,
The hot goss.
Yep. You know it.
There was so many things listed there that I would be way uncomfortable with.
Totally.
Well
totally.
beyond that last apartments one.
Right.
It was weird at first, but I trusted her as well as him. Honestly, she always told me ahead of time, so I felt like it was fine, not ideal. It never really affected our relationship. We spent time together, had a great connection, and all that good stuff. Nicole and Adam left on Sunday, they finished finals early or something like that, to head down to their family's beach house about 4 hours away from campus. They did invite me, but I have some finals left, and then I have a summer course starting nearly immediately after my finals, so I declined so that I could prep for my final 2 courses before I graduate. I met up in the library with one of her friends in my web design class to put some finishing touches on our final project. We got on the topic of relationships, and she was telling me about how when she started dating her current boyfriend, she made him cut all contact with his ex-girlfriend, even though the ex wanted to remain close. She asked me why I didn't do the same, and I was confused. I didn't understand what she meant. And then she explained and showed me proof that Nicole and Adam dated throughout high school.
No.
They also went to prom together.
No, not
Wait.
prom.
Hold on. This is very crazy because I know of a couple who actually dated in high school and they're still like BFFs and everything. But then the guy was like, he became gay. He was gay. Like he's like, I don't. But they were like they're still best friends now to this day.
I think he's probably gay the whole
Solid.
time, but yeah, realized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at you for became gay.
He
No,
became
that's okay.
gay.
I knew what you meant.
You know what I meant.
I knew what
Yeah.
you meant, but I
It's
just
good
like
clarification
to tease
for
you because I love you. Don't give it that look. You do it to me all the time. And chat is all witnesses. All witnesses. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, were they
I've
chill
seen
after
that
that?
happen.
Were they chill after that?
Yeah, they're very chill.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna be gay in this one.
I think he is.
I think that lie's gonna come up.
OP is a woman, yes?
Yes.
This is
No,
the
OP's a
boyfriend?
OP's a
man. OP's dating a woman, and that woman is best friends with a man.
I see. I thought this was.
No, man, woman, man.
Okay. But so this man has a girlfriend?
OP has a girlfriend.
Yes.
That girlfriend's male best friend
Okay.
she dated in high school and went to prom with, and he did not know. And that's who
I see.
she's
I see.
staying over at his house and doing all these like seemingly datey things with. But he's like, but they
Gotcha.
never dated. They've just been like besties for life.
Right.
And now her female friend is like, I'm shocked that you would let like your girlfriend still hang out with her ex. And he was like,
yeah.
she's not hanging out with her ex. She's hanging out with like her longtime
And then
friend.
now it's like,
And she's like,
actually,
you
yeah.
want the receipts?
I thought it was like the guy's girlfriend or something. Like that was OP. Was out of the two best friends, there's the guy and the girl. I thought it was like the OP was
Gotcha.
the guy's girlfriend, but wrong. I'm wrong.
I was pretty lost as to what to do or how to feel. I found out yesterday, and all I could think was that Adam could potentially be screwing my girlfriend at this very moment. I trust her, or trusted her, but I've never seen exes hang out and be as buddy-buddy as them without hooking up before. As dense as it sounds, I almost can't wrap my head around their level of closeness and not doing it. I talked to my older sister, and she told me I had to calm down and that maybe there was a reason they never said anything. She said if I trusted Nicole before knowing, she didn't see why I would suddenly accuse her otherwise. I will say I feel like that comes in of the part of like, yeah, you didn't lie to me, but you omitted like a really big truth.
Yeah, totally. It's like, well, why would you
withheld it.
hide that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like if I feel like it would just be right to kind of like let them know, just like, hey, by the way, like I just want to throw it out
Right.
there. We dated for a while in high
It
school,
was a high school thing.
but it's like totally over. This is how it is now.
Yeah.
But like we're still friends, and it's like chill. I just don't want you to worry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That simple.
Yeah,
To save all this
just
like
Super nonchalant.
spiraling that OP's about to go through.
Yeah. Exactly.
She said if I trusted Nicole before knowing, she didn't see why I would suddenly accuse her otherwise, even if her best friend is her ex. But I feel like that logic is so flawed because my entire foundation of trust for this relationship stemmed from the fact that Adam was her childhood best friend, not her ex. Honestly, if she would have told me before we started dating, I think I probably would have walked away from the relationship. She's a great and nice girl, but getting with someone who is still so heavily involved with their ex is a roller coaster I don't think I would have ever willingly signed up for. Am I thinking about this the wrong way? Is it crazy that I'm already considering ending the relationship over this, whether she cheated or not? I haven't brought it up to her yet. I want to talk in person rather than on the phone. I'm going to hide the fact that I know until she comes back to campus on Friday to spend my birthday weekend with me. But I don't see any logical explanation that will keep me committed, except for the one that Keon said. We have some comments, but any advice before we get into this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. I wasn't expecting him to say that, like, he would have walked away from the relationship if he knew right away. I thought he was about to say, like, I would have been fine with it if she told me straight up, like, at the beginning of our relationship. But, I mean, I guess some people, Some people, I guess, are just not comfortable with that. But yeah, it is very suspicious. It is very suspicious.
Yeah, I think I'd just be like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Like, that's just really weird and uncomfortable. Like, and they're early in college, so it's not like this is a high school relationship. It's pretty recently.
Yeah.
Like, if this was so forever ago in the past, maybe, but
right,
like,
right, because it's like
it's like a couple years old potentially.
Yeah.
They went to prom. This is like less than 4 years ago.
Yeah, and if it was all throughout high school, it's like that. I feel like the further you get away from high school relationships like that, it's like, okay, well,
right.
It was a long time, but like in high school, everything seems like so much longer.
Right.
But yeah, if it's so recent, then they probably still recognize it as like a long time and like super meaningful. So
it's weird.
I also want to know why they broke up. I feel like that's important.
That is important too.
I'm curious.
Relevant comments. Empty whiteboard. The lying is problematic. I made a comment already detailing what I think the lying was done for. But the lying is the crux of the issue. Your trust is shattered, and if you pit yourself up against Adam, I am positive she will choose Adam over you every single time. That is the real crux now. Before, you thought that you would be a bigger priority than him. It never had to be that way because of the history as you understood it. Now that you know the truth, it will either be something you get over after hearing her reasons, which I detailed in another comment, I would bet money on it, or you push and she chooses Adam over you. Lastly, you could try to get over it and just not be able to. I would personally find it very hard to be okay with their friendship after this lie. OP responds, the lying is what really makes me just want to leave altogether. Not only her lying, but his lying as well as their families. I've met all of them, and none of them have ever said a word about it. Though maybe their families don't know. Emotionally invested or not, I'd never be up for having her pick between Adam or myself. I'm not that type of person. Those ultimatums, in my opinion, never result in anything but more issues. Also, they do have a lot of history, and families are connected. I feel like I'm the one in the wrong for even stepping into her life. I've been thinking about this too much, although I should be studying instead. But I feel like it's either she's loyal and faithful, but I knew I wouldn't have even begun a relationship with her in the first place, or she's hooking up occasionally or something like friends with benefits. Either way, I see it as a wrong. If she's loyal, which honestly I think might be the case, then it's wrong of her to omit information and manipulate my choice to begin dating her in the first place. If I had any skeletons in my closet, I would be open and clear about it before I engage in a relationship with someone, letting them make a clear and honest decision about it was a deal breaker or not. As for getting over it, I don't think I can. Or even if I can, I feel like it's almost not worth the effort. I feel like it's going to mess with the dynamic of our relationship. And then I have to deal with her feeling guilty or always having to check in with me or sending Adam to talk or any of the other stuff that I don't even want to have to deal with. I'm probably saying this out of convenience, but once I finish this summer semester, I'll be done. I could have a clean break, move back home with my parents for a few months, and move on with my life. We have an update 3 days later.
I mean, okay. I feel like if you knew this at the beginning of the relationship and just knowing that at the beginning would make you walk away, I feel like you should just walk away. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, because you know it now.
Yeah, you know it now. It seems like he's trying to make up his mind.
Well, I think he's just like, do I bother getting the reasons that they're still friends?
Yeah.
Or do I just be like, nope, can't get over it now, bye?
I feel like you should do that one.
Yeah.
I mean, well, okay.
I feel like you can get the reasons anyway, but ultimately I think you're going to leave still.
Yeah.
Update 3 days later.
Woohoo!
Nicole showed up Thursday night after my exams to surprise me for my birthday weekend. We hung out and talked, and I tried my best to just be normal with her. When I asked her about Adam, she was extremely reluctant and borderline defensive to even discuss it. You never brought it up before. Why do you want to know about it now? When she realized I wasn't dropping it, she pretty much broke down and told me everything.
Oh, man.
Adam was the one who convinced her not to tell me about their past relationship. The last few guys she dated were scared off by her being best friends with her ex, and he didn't want me to leave in the same way. It was only supposed to be for a little while. She didn't plan on staying that close to Adam while being in a relationship. Adam's dad was in the process of getting a promotion when Nicole and I started dating, which would move him and his family to the Midwest, but the promotion fell through. She said Adam became more direct once he found out he wasn't leaving, constantly insisting that she hang out with him without me, even to the point where she would be canceling plans with me. For most people, I'm sure that would have been a red flag, but I've been taking 6 to 7 course semesters. Where's Riley?
Oh my gosh. Riley, are you watching?
6-7 mentioned.
For the past 2 years, in attempts to graduate early and get the most out of my scholarship. If I wasn't studying or with Nicole, I always had a million other things to catch up on. She blamed me for not setting boundaries or being more strict with her, which led her to become comfortable with her freedom with him. No!
Yeah.
You can't blame someone else for your dirty cheating.
Yeah, absolutely
Gross.
not.
You should have told me straight out that I couldn't cheat on you.
Right.
You should have told me I couldn't spend more time with the guy.
Yeah,
It's
right.
your fault that I slept at his house. You weren't telling me to come home.
Right. It's like, huh?
Well, maybe you should have told me the information that you used to date him.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Come on.
Adam still had really strong feelings for her, though she said she didn't feel the same way about him. She admitted that Adam grew to resent me and became very jealous of our relationship and how effortlessly happy I made her feel. She told me she never cheated on me despite Adam's advances and flirtation. And yet, somehow, I feel as though you staying in his room counts.
Yeah. I feel like
Knowing
it's
that
pretty close.
he's making advances, I feel like staying over at his apartment counts.
I do not
At least
trust you when
emotionally.
you say that you didn't cheat.
Yeah.
If you're staying over.
At this point, she was crying and desperate, begging for forgiveness and promising to cut all ties with Adam. She swore she wouldn't ever talk to him or hang out with him again. She told me I was the only person she wanted to spend her life with and poured out a bunch of other ridiculousness I could hardly even listen to. I was angry and probably didn't phrase it the way I should have, but I told her it was the perpetual lying and deceitfulness that had me so angry, and that was the reason I was breaking up with her. That's pretty much how it ended, with me telling her she could leave. Adam sent me some hateful texts, which I ignored. Yesterday night, I was an emotional wreck. I felt ashamed and angry at myself for crying over someone so stupid. But this morning, I didn't feel nearly as bad as I expected. I spoke to my best friend, and he helped me put it into perspective. I'm going home tonight for my birthday weekend, and then I'll just focusing on finishing school and finding a job. I'm glad it's over, and even more glad I don't live in this state anymore. We have some comments. First one
Dang,
being
dude.
a downvoted commenter.
Oh, interesting. Let's read it.
So there's no time frame on when Adam found out that he wasn't leaving. It could have been way more recent. You have no idea how she rebuked his advances or what their conversations were like. She could have rebuked him several times and didn't want to bring it up with her boyfriend because it would just be unnecessary drama in her life since she no longer saw Adam that way. Where I can see being upset, breaking up with her over it just seems really extreme, especially since when she, 1, comes clean, and 2, admits she was wrong, and 3, is willing to fix it. Do people not get second chances anymore? Is that just not a thing that is done?
No.
3 years in?
That was from Adam. Adam made that comment.
Yeah.
Shia.
I'm a man of second chances, but if you were lying to me for 3 years and
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, that's
Also,
wild.
second chances on cheating.
Yeah, like second chances are chill, but not in every situation.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
OP expands on the timeline. When I first found out about her and her best friend being exes from high school, I was ready to end it immediately. I was upset that I got lied to and even more angry that I had to hear it from a friend and not from her. I took some time and thought about it, and before I spoke with her last night, I was fully willing to forgive her if her reasoning was to avoid drama. I do believe in second chances, but trust is hard to win back. Adam found out 6 months into my relationship with her that his dad wasn't getting promoted. That's basically 2.5 years for Nicole to take responsibility and separate herself from him, especially if he liked her. Whether she felt the same way or not, in my eyes, it's wrong to keep hanging out and sleeping over with someone who has such strong feelings for you when you have a significant other. She only came clean after I confronted her. Her plan was to never tell me. After the year mark, she admitted she realized she was in too deep, and that was the only way. She blamed me for everything, saying it was my fault for not setting boundaries, for trusting her decision-making skills, and for not recognizing what was appropriate. She only wanted to fix it once she realized I was 100% done with the relationship. She tried to guilt me as if her hiding this and me not playing detective was my fault. Even if I was willing to forgive her, our relationship dynamic is ruined. I don't want to be the controlling boyfriend, and I can't be with someone I don't trust. And we have some vital information from OP, courtesy of Queen Levine. Sounds like she really likes you and she wants to try to make it work. The thing about it is that I really liked her as well. I wanted to make it work more than anything in the world. I really did. It's something that I couldn't really convey in my post, is that I always saw this girl as like my escape away from everything. I've been in study mode since I was 18, and I haven't really had much time for the simple things in life, like hanging out with a girlfriend or going out to parties or anything like that. I didn't want a relationship at first because I didn't think I would have the time or be able to time manage properly. When I was busy, I always encouraged her to have fun with other friends. There was a mutual trust there, especially with Adam. It was rough at first, but eventually she convinced me nothing would happen between them and that he was just a childhood friend. But I made it explicitly clear way back when we started dating. She had concerns about her freedom and being able to do as she wanted, and she wanted to know why I trusted her, since her other boyfriends didn't, and gave her so much space, and I told her that I had no reason not to trust her. She's my girlfriend after all. All I ask is that you tell me the truth, even if it'll hurt my feelings or get me upset. I realize my school schedule isn't ideal, but I think we can work through just about anything. But I don't think people owe their significant other their entire dating history, including the people you know in common. I strongly disagree with this statement if you guys have mutual friends that when disclosing pasts are the most important. Especially when you don't disclose your past with someone because you'll know it'll alter their decisions and other aspects of your relationship. That's not cool on a bunch of levels. Omitted to tell someone about a neighbor who you slept with 3 years ago isn't the same as keeping an ex under your significant other's nose. Maybe if her and Adam saw each other occasionally or weekly or monthly, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But when you hang out with someone pretty much 4 to 5 times a week, it becomes a problem. You owe it to your significant other to tell them about people you interact with often. Maybe you're different than me and have yourself and your relationship with your significant other all figured out, but that's a really big deal in my book. She's being honest about everything that's happened during your relationship. I could no longer trust what happened during our relationship. I didn't know what was truth and what was a lie. However, I spoke with her today, and she actually came to visit me at my apartment unannounced. And although we are broken up, she felt the need to tell me more about it. She apologized on how she acted, letting her disappointment, shamefulness, and guilt get the better of her. She apologized for Adam's text messages and some other things she did. But she did, in fact, cheat on me.
Dang.
Keon's not here to switch the things.
Dang. The truth comes out.
Exposed.
Oh, man.
Who saw that one coming?
Not me.
Really?
No, it was very obvious.
I was like, Angie, what?
I'm blind.
But she did in fact cheat on me. It happened 2 different occasions throughout different parts of our relationship. Every occasion mixed with booze and them being alone for the night. All initiated by Adam. I don't like that it was all mixed with booze and initiated by him.
Same.
I'm not gonna lie.
Suspicious.
Our legs back.
Legs are back.
Hello, legs. Legolas.
You should be.
They also have kissed, or as she told me, Adam would kiss her frequently on the lips, taking advantage of her.
Oh, hang on.
Hang on.
Ruh-roh.
New information. Bad new information.
Very bad new information.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie too, like, that changes the terms she cheated on me for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, she did. And I do think she still withheld stuff. And there was a lot of that kind of stuff. And I'm sure she didn't necessarily maybe realize what was happening. Or like, sorry guys, I need to think.
And process it. No, I agree. I think
she was being taken advantage of. Like, you don't want to be like.
Yeah.
She 100% still cheated. But this adds like a whole new spin of like, well, Adam's an icky, yucky person.
Yeah, because I wonder, because some of the situations seemed consensual. I thought, But with that information, like, it very well could be that everything was not.
The stuff that is consensual was mixed with booze, them being alone, and initiated by Adam.
That is
which
true.
then really sounds a lot less consensual to me.
Yeah, it does. So it's like, I honestly wouldn't even call that cheating then. And she probably is calling it that because she feels guilty, and there's obviously so much like victim blaming with that stuff.
I think there's gonna be the guilt and the like shame of it, which she doesn't need to have. I think that if she could have come forward and told her boyfriend about all this, like maybe they could have worked through it. There was still that like lying and admitting of truth, but that changes things a lot.
Yeah, it totally does. I wonder how OP feels about that.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading, guys.
Yeah.
My brain's not gonna process this one. So based off that alone, I'm 2000% done.
Not our favorite way to deal with that.
Yeah. I had my doubts, maybe she really did just lie about them being exes, but when she confirmed that she cheated, that's when I knew I made the right decision to move on. By the way, you never have to move on from us because there's always full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, search up OK Storytime. It's a little bit more,
we could just go right into
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, we've said our thoughts.
Has it been a roller coaster? Did it affect your relationship in any way before you found out? I'm assuming this is a commenter asking. All I can say is that ignorance is bliss. Looking back on it now, I can vividly see periods that would have made me question everything. Freedoms and things that I was okay with, I would have freaked over. Letting her sleep at his house was a big deal. Having to split my limited free time up with him was a huge issue for me. Despite the cheating and lying, I do care for her, but I can never be with her again. She either has to date Adam or get the F away from him. She needs to get the F away from him.
Yeah, definitely get the F away.
Oh, I just had a thought, and it just, I feel like 100% you can still end this relationship. Like, no one is ever saying, like, because it happened in this way, you have to stay in this relationship. But I feel like that changes enough things that you can, like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like, and she like, I'm not sure she cheated on you, my dude. Like, yes, honestly technically, by a technicality, she did.
I think it depends on your definition of cheating. Yeah. Because some, people have different definitions. I feel like, some people think holding hands is cheating or something like that. Or kissing isn't cheating,
Right.
I think my definition would be like if you would be consciously cheating. Like if something just you were in a relationship and something just like happened to you against your will and without your consent, I feel like I would not blame my partner for that at all.
Cheating to me.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if she realizes if like the way that she's saying it, I want to be like, are you okay? And I'm like, let's talk about this because I'm not sure that you cheated, and I don't think we need to jump right to that. I need to jump to like, are you okay?
Totally. I think maybe the relationship should still end based on how you are acting. I don't think she should have you in her life, but
I think she should get some help and
get away from him.
She needs to be away from Adam.
Yeah.
She either has to date Adam or get the F away from him, but that's not something I can be a part of right now. Like I told someone else, before I leave back to my hometown for good, maybe I'll sit down with her and give her a new perspective on things. No. Stop. No. Definitely I don't like your perspective on things, OP.
Not at all.
But right now, she can learn on her own. And that's the end of that story.
Yikes, dude. I don't like you, OP.
Yikes.
Dang.
Wow. The men in that story.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I think, I still stand by. I don't think you guys should be together because I don't think you should be in a relationship with her. I think it sucks though because even with that, she's gonna take that so hard and so like internally. Like if she had been with past boyfriends who didn't like that she was best friends with her ex and broke up with her because of that. And now she's in this relationship and now it's a problem that she kept it secret.
Right.
She's already probably like stressed and confused about that. And then of course, the factor of the essay in it, it's like that's huge. And she's probably feeling so much guilt there.
Exactly.
So it's just so many layers to this problem and I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, I'm concerned for the level of coercion and like control that Adam has over her.
Totally.
That she's not realizing, OP's not going to realize because she's not able to tell him.
Right.
Like the fact that he was like, you have to hide this from
Yeah.
OP.
He convinced her to do that. That already is like a raising a red flag of their dynamic. So I do still want to know why they broke up initially. Like if they broke up, but Adam still, has this hold on her and wants to use her. Like I wonder.
It sounded like whatever it was, she ended things with Adam.
Okay.
Which is because it was like Adam's still in love with her.
I see.
But she doesn't want anything to do with him.
That's right.
Is what the original.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously she doesn't want. I would not blame her for not wanting anything to do with him after he's doing this stuff.
Icky, icky, icky.
Yeah. Icky, icky, icky. I really hope that she is okay now.
I hope
somewhere out
she's
there.
not with Adam.
Yep.
I hope she felt comfortable enough to go to someone and not feel shame for something that she should not feel shame about.
Not at all.
And then she can get help.
Hopefully. We're just gonna pretend that that's what happened now.
We are.
We're just going
Happy endings. Adam got all the bad karma he deserves.
And so did OP, honestly.
Just for those comments at the end.
Yeah. Didn't like it. But you know what I do like? The fact that we've got another story coming up. My HR boss is obsessed with my life.
It's not a very good HR boss.
Hi Reddit, let me tell you about how my HR coworker became obsessed with me. I need to get this off my chest because I don't know if I'm overreacting anymore or if this has really turned into a weird level of obsession. My name is Claudia. I'm 25 female and I work at a company where unfortunately professionalism seems to be absent. What started as something small has spiraled into something creepy. And by the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. OP says, it all began when a colleague my age, Victor, 25 male, showed interest in me. I have a boyfriend, so I turned him down, politely, professionally, and without any drama. But his ego didn't handle the rejection well. He sulked, acted distant, and spent a solid week behaving like a teenager who had just been left on red. Eventually, he seemed to move on, but unfortunately, the drama didn't end there. That's when Addison, a 45-year-old woman who works in HR, started showing interest in Victor. Since she had told half of the office that he liked me, Addison decided that she hated me. For no reason. I have never had any problems with her before, but suddenly she was giving me dirty looks, ignoring me, or being outright rude without any explanation. I could have stopped there and just been a petty office situation, but no, it escalated into something straight up creepy. I have a very defined personal style. I think preppy, dark academia, long dresses, boots, tights, layers, and a yellow umbrella that I carry because I'm a huge How I Met Your Mother fan.
You carry an umbrella even when it's not raining?
I suppose. Has anyone seen How I Met Your Mother?
No, I know there's a yellow umbrella, but
Just carry it
does
all
she
the time.
carry it all the time?
That's so funny. I also had blonde hair until recently when I dyed it a rich brown, got long extensions, and added a wispy fringe. Addison, who has always had short orange hair and dressed in plain jeans, suddenly showed up with brown hair dyed to match mine, identical long extensions, bangs, and even the same yellow umbrella.
Oh, that's wild behavior.
That is wild. A yellow umbrella is not something that everyone will just
She
have.
also likes How I Met Your Mother.
That's all, guys. She just
randomly.
loves How I Met Your Mother.
Just watched it.
Exactly.
Watched it. Wow.
Watched it.
Wow.
Watched it.
She began copying my outfits, boots, tights, skirts, the whole look. I'm not exaggerating when I say people noticed immediately. At least you're not the only one then that noticed. I feel like I was expecting you to be the only one, and everyone was just like, I don't know.
What do you mean? She
looks
just dyed
great.
her hair brown.
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem?
But it didn't stop there. She started spreading lies about me, flaunting swimsuit pictures of herself in front of Victor's friends right where I could see, and loudly laughing or touching Victor's face whenever I walked by.
OP doesn't even like Victor, though.
Yeah.
Like, what is this doing?
Victor just likes OP. Like, calm down.
Weird.
I would be like, could I reach out to HR? But you can't.
You're HR. Yeah.
Can I get a new HR?
It felt like high school drama, except we're adults, in an office. And to top it off, she stalks me online.
Oh my god.
I've caught her on my TikTok and LinkedIn repeatedly. Even after I blocked her, fake accounts kept popping up, all linked back to the same email patterns.
Classic.
It was unsettling, to say the least. I've tried to remain professional through all of this. I don't want to stir up any unnecessary drama, but she constantly throws passive-aggressive comments my way. She claims I don't do any real work, even though I'm literally one of the most needed people in the company. flex. She talks loudly about her spicy sleep life, inappropriate, especially whenever Victor is nearby, making it clear she wants me to hear it. And I want you to hear full episodes of stories just like this one on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or whatever your favorite podcast app is. Just search OK Storytime. And there is a little bit more to the story, but yeah, this is very clear what is happening.
Yikes.
Yep.
I say you got to reach out to someone like a higher up or something like this, because this is not.
You gotta go past HR.
Yeah, are there more people in HR? Is
there
just
HR?
her?
HR?
I
Can
feel
I
like
get an HR for this HR, please?
I feel like HR would be like, usually more than one person. Although I guess in the office it was just Toby.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure they have a
maybe
higher
not.
up though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
'Cause I'm sure things can get escalated past HR.
Yeah,
Go there.
definitely. There is a little bit more to the story. What makes this worse is that Addison has already engaged in harmful behavior with other coworkers. Several people have quit because they couldn't handle her. Oh my gosh. One younger colleague, Allie, 24 female, lost her grandmother and asked for a couple days off to attend the hospital and then the funeral. Addison, showing no empathy, told her that she didn't believe her. Allie ended up resigning shortly afterwards, completely devastated. Nobody dares confront Addison because as HR, she holds power and people prefer to avoid conflict. So now I'm stuck in this toxic loop. I love my job, I'm good at it, but I constantly feel watched, harassed, and disrespected. And since the problem is HR itself, I don't even have a safe place to report it. At this point, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just start dressing differently every week to see if she keeps trying to copy me. And that is the end of that story, but wow.
Yeah, escalate that.
Totally.
That's wild.
I know, yeah, definitely talk to your boss,
Yeah.
for sure, because I'm sure there's like a manager of your department.
They can help you get around HR.
Yeah, because I feel like in a lot of workplaces anyway, it's kind of like you can talk to the boss anyway,
Right.
and then they might like refer you to HR.
Right.
But like you can definitely come
Reverse
to them
that.
first.
Yeah, there's
exactly.
no way that HR is holding all the power in this company.
Totally.
That'd be wild.
Which would be just like a crazy way. It makes me
The
think of like
reverse point of
Cersei
HR.
and Game of Thrones. It's like
Never
you don't
watched
have
it.
to be on the throne to have power.
Oh.
All right, little finger, calm down.
No, it's okay. I feel like she does that pretty early on. But anyway, yeah, that's the end of that story. I'm honestly relieved that other people noticed that she's copying you.
Yeah, me too.
So
the yellow
it's-
umbrella is such an easy giveaway.
Yeah, exactly. It's like first of all, it's already weird that you're doing that. So it's like extra weird if someone else does that.
Yeah.
People will notice. People will notice. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.